Most people think upgrading their yard means spending thousands of dollars and tearing half their yard at least apart. But sometimes an upgrade is just making your yard look more intentional, healthier, and or better maintained. In this video, Chip and I are showing you 11 landscape upgrades under $100 that can make your yard look like you've spent way more than you actually did. Starting with a way to dramatically spruce up your landscape, probably nothing more impactful, and yet it's very simple to do, and that is just a thin, fine, fresh layer of mulch, especially if you pick the right mulch that's attractive and good looking. We've got a good example here at Eddie the Lazy Landscaper's house. I forgot that Eddie's with us because he's been awfully quiet. He was asleep again.
Well, you know, I was half awake, and then when you said attractive, then I perked up a little bit because I thought you were talking about me, but you weren't, were you?
No. You seem to like this black Supreme walk-on bark.
Well, yeah, I figure since I get walked on so much in my life, I'd like to use walk-on bark. I love it. It's not that big chunky stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And
yet it's big enough that it stays put.
When it comes to cost, this is pretty reasonable, especially if you're going to put it in yourself. Like I just refreshed a bed over there, and it was under $100.
So you can make big impacts with small amounts of mulch, and it looks completely different when you're done. Now, if you want the yard to feel designed without redoing the whole thing, just add a focal point or an anchor. Let me explain. A lot of these can be used as a focal point. This is a neat, some people call it TNT. It's a very bright red color, just starting to bloom. You can see the buds here. In a multi-trunk form like this is, that kind of is its own sculpture, and the scene can be set up for it, and so one would work. You could buy it in a 5-gallon, which would be way under 100. You can do the same thing with singular plants. This is a really neat Japanese maple called Johin. And when you use a Japanese maple like this, these are ones that stay 15 feet and less. They can definitely stand on their own. Color is powerful, and so when we're talking about doing something impactful for your garden, you can look at plants that are impactful by their color, like a rose, a hydrangea, agapanthus, which has a pretty long blooming period. Or maybe you want one tree to have a beautiful structure and nice fall color. And then you could plant something like a Keith Davey Chinese pistache. These are all unique in their own ways and would make a small space much improved with less than $100 investment. So one of my all-time favorite investments under $100 is this arbor guard. Some people call it a tree guard. This is excellent for a focal point tree to make sure it stays healthy. The most important part is its trunk, especially near the base. If it's a grafted tree like Keith Davey, I like to use an arbor guard on it that protects the graft. The other thing it does, you see a lot of scars on trees from weed eaters and string trimmers, and this protects it. And the other thing is if you have problems with squirrels or varmints of some type that are chewing on the trunk or causing damage, you can use one and then you can stack them on top of each other if you need to go up higher. Much ignored and underappreciated, but I'm a huge fan. Ed, you seal this at some regular interval, right?
Right. Probably try to do it every 3 years.
So the sealing, what it does is bring out the color, and it is a way to make a paved surface look refreshed. And since your entry porch, is an area that you walk on a lot and see a lot, that can kind of brighten up the whole landscape. Yeah, and you can get different finishes. You can get
sheens, right. Mm-hmm.
Different sheens, that's what I was after.
Right.
And you can get it very shiny. If you've ever been to Las Vegas, look at all the stamped concrete there. It's as shiny as it can be.
Yeah, no, I like it a little more roughed up. In fact, I call it a Charlie sheen.
If you have a blank spot that feels awkward, empty, or unfinished, this next upgrade can make it look designed in about just 5 minutes.
What are you referencing?
Pots!
Pots. Well, now
they make a big difference.
Well, yeah, in the 60s they did for me. Oh, you're talking about planting pots. I'm sorry, John. There I go again.
Pots might sound expensive to you, but finding them under $100 is not uncommon at all. Eddie the Lazy Landscaper has bought several here, and you can take existing pots that might even look old and paint them.
Absolutely. That some of the great polymer and paints now with their own built-in primer can coat all kinds of surfaces, including pots.
Yeah. You can see what we did here is we planted dwarf limes in these pots. There's 4 of them. A pot like this size, can be purchased for less than $100.
My Photinia hedge goes all the way to the pillar, but then there was this blank space, and I thought if somebody came up on the steps, especially one of my elderly neighbors, and saw me in the pool, that could be traumatic. My definition of working out is a 3-course meal, you know. So anyway, I just went ahead and put that pot there, and it's made a big difference. Yeah. The other thing I like is I like colored pots, as you know. Even in the winter then, when the color is kind of dismal or very sparse, you've got those pops of color. That makes the yard interesting and attractive.
This next upgrade can make the plants you already have look better, because sometimes the problem isn't the planting, it's the backdrop. A recessive fence is the best kind of fence, so not one that calls out attention to it. And we have the perfect color for that, and you'll see that in these videos a lot. It's a Benjamin Moore color called Dragon's Breath. It makes the screen or the partition or the fence look good and not as if it's the most important thing in the yard, which sometimes when you leave wood bare, or say you paint it the color of your trim on your house, it's kind of like bringing attention to it. We don't really want to bring attention to it, in my opinion. But regardless of your motivation, it is a way to kind of spruce things up. You can purchase a gallon of Dragon's Breath Benjamin Moore paint for about $60. If you paint it yourself, the investment is your own labor, and you could be enjoying the landscape at the same time, so it won't be labor. If you are enjoying Chip and I doing this video, please subscribe to our channel. It is free, which means it's officially the least expensive way to upgrade your landscape. If you have a blank wall or skinny side yard, this upgrade might be just the thing to make the space feel more intentional.
One of the things we like to use are trellises, and I use the same ones throughout my yard. I've got about a dozen of these. They're inexpensive. They're rusted metal, about $100. Then you can espalier. In this case, it's a Yuletide we've used here. So it adds dimension and height to otherwise low-growing plants. It also helps make a window more interesting. Can add some shade for the window from this morning sun. And also, when you open the blinds, you have this attractive and colorful plant. It just adds a whole landscape architectural dimension to what otherwise would just be a flat flower bed. I use them for different things, decorative purposes, oftentimes to obfuscate or hide things like a pump or an electric panel. In the back is a really good example where I just bought one trellis under $100 with a star jasmine that filled in a couple of months. It completely hides a tool shed back there.
If your entry feels flat, this is one of the fastest and least expensive ways to give the entire front of the yard more personality. Paint the front door. It's a fabulous idea. Really livens things up immediately, and if it can be seen from the street, it changes the whole facade of your house. You can pick any color you want. It's an instant, easy way, not expensive. If you do it yourself, you can do it for under $100. It really adds some pizzazz to the entry of your house. Once the yard is cleaned up and more intentional, this is where you can add the thing that many landscapes are missing, and that's personality. The personality can come in the form of different types of art. It could be your address numbers. Eddie the Lazy Landscaper here does some great personality with your front door.
I thought you were just going to say I am the personality for my landscape.
No,
you weren't going to say that.
Didn't even come to my mind.
Our front door, we have dual doors there, and we change or my wife does, wreaths about every few months, or every season. And you can get many attractive wreaths for under $100. and they really add a splash right at the front door.
And the entrance is a big deal. I like doing special things at the entrance because that is going to have close-up viewing. In addition to wreaths on your front door, there are various other types of wall art that can be used throughout the landscape. This next one is not the flashiest upgrade, but it might be the one your yard actually needs the most, because sometimes the problem isn't the plant, it's what the plant is trying to grow in. So for less than $100, nothing's more important than addressing your soil, and it's possible to address your soil with something like our Optimized, which incredibly will treat 1,000 square feet, and it's in the 3-pound bag, and that's more like $30. And Ed, you're a proponent of using those products in your landscape.
Absolutely. I would say the plot thickens when I use Optimize.
This is an organic product that addresses your soil health and your soil structure and everything about your soil. You can use compost, which is not the slightest bit convenient and is more expensive. So these are concentrated products that address the health of your soil. Before you head off to the nursery again, look around your yard, because the upgrade might already be growing there. So your trees and your shrubs can be improved dramatically in terms of appearance with proper pruning. The way to start with proper pruning is have a good pair of sharp pruning shears.
So as many of you know, I am lazy, but I'm also a cut-up. I have several different kinds of loppers and pruners and shears. You can find these at your local stores, Ace Hardware, you know, the Home Depots and Lowe's. You'll be able to do a lot of the pruning yourself. It will save you money, and it will really add to the look of your yard.
Well, then the key, once you have these beautiful, sharp, and high-quality pruning shears that aren't going to let you down, is to use them appropriately. And for the most part, using them appropriately means lots of thinning. And a thinning cut means we're going to go back to where branches start and take off the entire branch, and we're not going to be cutting branches in half. Cutting branches in half is called heading back. We now and then have to do some heading back with shrubs and even a little bit with trees, but for the most part, we're focused on thinning and letting in more light and showing the structure and the beauty of a tree and a shrub. So keep your focus on thinning cuts. And other than good quality and good functioning pruning shears, it's just your time that you put into your yard, and time in your yard is like, I mean, we can call it Zen in the art of landscape maintenance. It's just fulfilling. Once you start looking at your yard with a fresh perspective, you realize upgrades don't always mean buying something new. Sometimes it's cleaning, reusing, or making one small thing or area look more intentional. If your favorite budget is even lower than $100, you need to see this landscape. Our friend Steve created a garden almost exclusively out of salvaged material and creativity, spending next to nothing and nothing on many of the items. Click the video on your screen now.